Hi everybody and welcome. So this is my very first long video. I'm not even sure how this is going to go or even if anybody's going to watch it. But I'm going to do it anyway because I promised I would do it. So this is like a little introduction into me. So my name's Lee van der Plas. I'm 56. I'm married. I've got 3 grown-up kids. 4 grandchildren. So I kind of decided to do YouTube like about three, maybe 4 weeks ago. I think it was around the start of dry January, I think, when I decided to do that. And so I thought I'd do myself a favour and I'm going to try dry January and see what happens. I didn't think I'd do it because, to be honest, I'm not saying I had a drink problem, but I like to drink, especially on the weekends, you know what I mean? So I decided to do the whole YouTube thing and Facebook and Instagram. I mean, just to reach out to people. I've tried to make a safe space here on YouTube where people could come and talk about everything, mental health and stuff and everyday life stuff. You know, like, I mean, I've talked about all sorts on there. I've got videos on potholes, roadworks, buses that stop too frequently. That was quite a good one. That was a funny night, to be honest with you. Yeah, so I am doing all sorts, and I'm soon going to be visiting a certain seaside town where there seems to be a lot of shops closing for no reason. Or I say no reason, they're probably going out because their business rates or their rent's high and all that kind of stuff. But I just find it a bit weird that these shops have been sitting empty for like over a year now. And it's a total joke because everybody loves the seaside, you know what I mean? And I love spending time there. I go up there most weekends and I enjoy the summer there. God, the summer is absolutely beautiful down there. You know, nice sandy beaches, nice people. But it's just the shops and maybe politicians that let it down. You know, it's such a shame. Anyway, yeah, so I've got quite a lot of videos. I thought I had too many on YouTube, but I'm building up a nice collection and people are watching them. So obviously you find something interesting there. And if you do like what we're doing, I'm trying to create a nice, calm, happy space for everybody's welcome. Yeah, it doesn't matter about what sex you are, what age you are, what race you are, what country you come from. Although I do get a bit confused because when I say good morning to people, I have to say good evening, afternoon, because I do get a bit confused. So yeah, feel free to comment. And if you like the space that I'm trying to shape with your help, then feel free to subscribe and become part of the family and the channel and have your say on there. You know, leave a comment and stuff. I don't edit. I don't use fancy filters or effects, even though I do on Facebook on these short ones, because I've noticed that people like it on Facebook, but I don't particularly like using it on my YouTube channel. I mean, this is me. This is raw. You know, and this is, I'm putting myself on the line by doing these videos in the sense of I'm going to be giving you little snippets of my life to show that I am just human. I'm like everybody else. Yeah, so you're going to get to see parts of me that you might be able to relate to, or you might think, what an idiot, whatever. But I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, so you like it or lump it, or whatever. Yeah, so I've been touching a lot on mental health. Through dry January, I went through patches like on the weekends and that where I was kind of missing it a bit. But then I came onto my YouTube channel and I got a few comments on there that were kind of egging me on to carry on and be strong and stuff. And I did. I've come out the end of it. It's now February and I could have had a drink weekend just gone, but I chose not to. I chose to carry on. So I'm carrying on. I may become a social drinker, I don't know. I mean, I could have had a drink this weekend, but I chose not to. I just didn't fancy it, and I thought, well, no, I'm not just going to drink for the sake of it anymore. I wasn't going to go back down that rocky road, you know. Please let me know in the comments, by the way, if any of you are going through something for January or February, whether it's going dry with alcohol or stopping a certain food or just doing whatever, exercising. I've done all that as well. Yep. I was, believe it or not, last May, I got to the stage where I think I was a 34 waist, and then that started to get tight on me, and I thought, oh, what's going on here? Because you don't really realise this kind of stuff that you're eating, do you? You just you binge, chocolate bars, fizzy drinks and all that, and then my trousers started to get tight on me, and I thought, oh. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with people's sizes and that. I mean, if you choose that, that's perfectly fine. But me, my personal self, when my trousers started to get too tight, I thought, oh, bloody hell, I've got to go up to a 36. And then I looked down at myself when I was wearing some boxer shorts one morning. It's not a pretty sight. But I was wearing boxer shorts one morning, and I looked down at myself, and I thought, bloody hell. I've never seen myself like that before. My belly was really sticking out, and it just goes to show, because I was drinking a lot of beer, lager and fizzy drinks, and I was eating chocolate. Like 20-30 minutes after my dinner, we had chocolate in the cupboard, so I kind of helped myself, but I've got to do something about this. So I stopped the beer straight away, and then I just went to having something like a gin and tonic or something similar on the weekends only. So I stopped it. I stopped all the fizzy drinks. I stopped the binge eating with the sweets and everything like that, and I was exercising. I found a free app on there. I'd have to give you the name one day if I can remember it, but I use a free app on there for exercising. So it's basically working on your stomach. I think it was called Fat Buster, which is not a nice word, but that's what the app was actually called. The first exercise you come to was like a month to 2 months of fat busting, where you get your belly down. So literally in the mornings I was waking up a little bit earlier for work, and I was doing like a 5 to 10 minute routine maybe. Then when I come home from work, even though I didn't feel like it some nights, because I was like, oh, you know what, I've had enough today, but I pushed myself and I started to exercise every night after work. I was doing one every day on the weekend, so one on a Saturday, one on a Sunday. And then, I wouldn't weigh myself, because that's another thing, you've got to be careful. If you start weighing yourself every day, you start becoming obsessed, and it starts to take over. So yeah, I wouldn't do that. So what I was actually doing is I weighed myself once a week or at the end of the week, and I started to notice a difference, and then that difference started getting bigger, and then I started to work out more. I've gone from the Fat Buster to the one where you do your abs and that. Not that I'm trying to grow abs, but it's more push-ups, pull-ups and crunches and all that kind of stuff, and it really helped bring my stomach down. So yeah, I went from possibly a size 36, and I was 89 kg, and I come all the way down to, I'm on 68. Yeah, 60. I think I weighed myself this morning, and I believe I was 68.9 kg, and I'm now a 30 waist. I've got lots of loose skin, mind ya, but yeah, we don't need to go into that. But yeah, I actually feel unbelievable, and the fact that I've come through dry January is even better. Yeah, so I feel great at the moment, and I am going to be picking other subjects. I have got another release in my gallery, if you're interested, in my AI models, coming out hopefully tomorrow. It depends how much time I get tonight to get her working, because I really think about them a lot. I've got something in my head and what I want them to look like and their name and stuff, and then I go on the app and I start typing all this stuff in, not really knowing what I'm going to do and that, and then I just press generate. And sometimes I have to go through loads and loads and loads of images before I reach the right one. I know when I reach the right one, because I see her and I'm like, ah, that's it, that's her. And then I save it, download it. And then after that, once I've got the actual image, I try to work another AI app where I try to get them to move. I mean, I've only got 4 seconds, 3 to 4 seconds to play around with, like the traffic warden I released. When she turns around and smiles, it's like, oh wow, she like melts your heart. I know she ain't real, but you know what I mean. She's beautiful, man, beautiful. Anyway, so yes, and this won't be my only long video. I am going to be doing others, and I'm also going to still be doing the shorts. So as I said, if you like what we're doing, or what I'm doing, sorry, not what we're doing, it just goes to prove I don't edit. I don't script my stuff, I just baffle. So if you like what I'm doing on here, please feel free to subscribe, and I'm sure there'll be lots more. And if you want me to talk about a certain subject, mental health or the weather, holidays, whatever you want to do, just let me know in the comments and I will pick that up and I will work on it and I will try and do it. If not, I'm just going to maybe every now and then when something comes to my head, I'm just going to pull over and I'm going to make this kind of video. But this one is mainly just to introduce myself. So, hi, and thank you for watching if you are watching. Alright, take care of yourself, be safe. Remember, slow down on the road, okay? Always look and listen. Bye for now.